We're going to talk today about journaling. So, I'm not sure that many of you guys have journaled, and those that have probably say it's annoying and you don't want to do it, or you start and create a good habit and then you let it go. I find journaling really essential when I'm coaching my clients for a few reasons. First of all, the first thing is that studies show that people who journal lose weight. And I also think that same philosophy goes towards if you're trying to change any kind of habit. So if you're trying to track your exercise or if you're trying to manage your budget, taking note of all the different ways that you drop $5 will all of a sudden help you discover $100 at the end of the month, that kind of thing. Susie Orman would talk about that a lot. So I think all that holds true also, obviously, for weight loss, because most of us are mindless eaters. So we're not really paying attention to the scrap of this, the edge of somebody's sandwich, the, couple of bites of egg noodles we pop in our mouth while we're making something for somebody else, a chip or a bag of chips. We are often always kind of happy to forget about it. So when I coach with my clients, I tell people they need to journal for a few reasons, okay? The first is it is essential to know what you're eating, okay? So you do want to write down the foods that you're eating so that you can see the quantity, the style, the type. For any coach to work with you, they would want to see some kind of history of what you've been eating because everybody's unique. And everybody says, oh, I ate good, I eat vegetables, I eat this, but then they forget about all the other stuff that they eat. I'm guilty of this too. It's very easy to forget or choose to forget. So journaling just for people to see record of what you're eating and for you to see record becomes really important. Another thing is for you to see quantity. So many people think that if they just starve themselves, that that's going to be the answer to, losing weight. And all that really does is slow your metabolism down. So being able to look at what people write in their journal from a quantity standpoint and what they're actually eating also becomes important. A third thing is to be able to see the variety. So sometimes people are eating the same things all the time and they may not be the best foods for them. So having some kind of variety becomes important. But the fourth thing, and we're going to have a separate video about this, is to help you determine what kind of eater you are. So, I kind of feel like I always say the same thing, but it's relevant for you to know whether you had a fight with your husband and now your face is in the Haagen-Dazs, for you to know you're a stress eater, you're a sad eater, you're a lonely eater, you're a happy eater. What are the vices that make you go towards eating? And that's definitely important for you to know. But from a coach standpoint, what I pay most attention to and would like you to take note of is the foods that you're eating, but I also want you to take note of how you feel. So I feel bloated today, my rings are tight today, I have a headache today, I feel tired today, my skin looks great today, I have great energy today, I have acne today, I have diarrhea today. All the different things that most of us don't want to connect the dots to food become essential through journaling. So at the end of the day, when those of us that are choosing to take choices about eating better, the only thing that ultimately helps you not put the Haagen-Dazs in your mouth is your goals, which we're going to talk about at another time, and your knowledge of how those foods make you feel. I can't tell you how many times I tried to put the Haagen-Dazs in my mouth because who doesn't like, thank God actually Haagen-Dazs discontinued vanilla chip ice cream because I probably would have kept trying to put it in my mouth. But every time I put it in my mouth, I would write down or say to my husband, my tongue is thick. My throat feels thick. I think I'm going to vomit. I feel sick. And the next time I would say to my husband, let's go get some ice cream, he'd say, really? Don't you remember how you felt last time? And it wasn't until I really, really connected the dots to say, okay, if I chose to eat that ice cream, I would really have to say to myself, do I want to feel the way I felt the last time I had it? So from a weight standpoint, it becomes important because when you start to have all these reactions to food, they create inflammation. And for some people, that inflammation is going to prevent you from losing weight. So this all a bit sometimes leads to the muscle testing and food sensitivities or blood work. But more importantly, it just might be that you might say, oh my God, every time I have pizza, my stomach feels bloated. Maybe I should see what happens if I don't eat pizza for a while. So I definitely think it's important for you to take note, not just of why you're eating and what you're eating, but how you feel. Because until you connect those dots, you're really never going to make the changes. The final thing is I feel like a lot of people ask me what the form is that they should journal in. So certainly writing it down is very helpful, but most people don't really know how to write down or don't do it accurately, the quantity and the serving size, and they don't maybe include all the things that are on their mixed salad, that kind of stuff. So maybe you have a mixed salad and you always seem to put onions in them. but you don't write it down, and somehow the onion is the issue for you. So actually technology works out great here. So having a visual food diary makes your life very easy. So I became a habit of taking my camera and photographing everything that I shot. Now you definitely need to store it in a logical way. And there's probably apps that you can, write it on or load it into your computer. But the food journal is a very simple way to see visually what you're eating. And I think along with writing down, taking like a little, spiral notebook and having it in your purse and writing it down, when you grab a this or grab a that, it's going to help you notice all the different mocha lattes that are, finding themselves in your body that you think are low cal because you got reduced fat milk. So anyway, so journaling is key. So I suggest over the next couple of weeks that you consider adding journaling to your arsenal of things that you're doing to help change your health. Take care. Bye.